I think we will move on to the next example. We will do questions after this round. I see there are already a couple of questions, but we will show one other example, and then we will have time for questions for both examples. So we will go to the third example, coming from Spain. And it's part of an Erasmusplus project, VET 4.0, and we will have Sergio Banderas with us today. He's an IT VET teacher at IES Campanillas, and he has also been awarded with VET Teacher of the Year award in Spain. And he will share his experiences with the project Plant Irrigation, part of this bigger Erasmus project. And also he will explain us more about the role of formative assessment in this project. So Sergio, please share your project and experiences with us. Jolien, over to Sergio.
Hello, very good morning. First of all, thanks a lot to Jolien to inviting me to this very interesting formative assessment webinar. It's a great opportunity for us to share our project, Plant Irrigation, related with Industry 4.0 and vocational education. So for us, it's really a good opportunity to share this experience. So now I'm going to show you our presentation, okay? I'm going to share the screen. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this project that it is in a Erasmusplus project, KA202. This is the index of what I'm going to talk about in this presentation. We are going to talk very fast about the project, who we are, our VET school, this project, how we work in a collaborative way with the students. Also, we are going to talk about the methodology we used for learning, teaching, and also related with the formative assessment. We have a small testimony of one of our students, and at the end I'm going to tell you what this project get in our school, because we are now working in new projects and we are using what we learned in this project. So as I told you, this plant irrigation project is within the VET 4.0 project. It's Erasmus Plus K20. These are the partners, coordinated also by a EU agency. Who we are? We are IES Campanillas. We are a VET school. We are bilingual and VET dual system. We have these specialties, the telecommunication, IT, software development, some of them. And we are located at a very big technology park in Andalusia, where we are surrounded by around 600 IT companies, where are 2,000 workers, mostly all of them in the IT world. So we are very lucky because mostly all of our students get a job after finishing their studies. Okay, this project, Plant Irrigation, it was a great opportunity for us in this Erasmusplus project, because we could work in lots of different specialties with teachers, different teachers of different classes and different students. So it also was a real project that we implemented at our school in the classroom of handicapped students. We could put this garden app, because it's a garden app that is managed by web and mobile. It's a great, they get data constantly, so the students can irrigate the plants, can see the humidity, can see the temperature, and can take a lot of data. What the students have learned with this project, and also teachers, are a lot of Industry 4.0 skills, like Internet of Things, as we used a lot of sensors that take data and uploaded it to the cloud computing, to the cloud database. We also use some 3D printing devices for the camera, and for other things. We also use 360 camera to use our virtual reality glasses to see the garden at real time. And also we implemented a layer of security and network, as it is outside the school with the Wi-Fi, and we wanted that it was secure. Here is a picture of the students working in the electronic and software development team. Other students of the school were preparing the garden, and here one student handicapped was looking and helping also in the installation. Okay, about collaborative tools, we have worked with several collaborative tools like GitHub, Google Drive, GitKraken, Visual Studio Code, and Trello. They were related with our main communicate tool called Slack, with boots, automatically boots. It was notified every change in every of these tools. GitHub is where our students upload the code, so we can see every time, every moment, what students are doing in our project. Also with Trello, it's connected with GitHub and with Slack, so at every time, every moment, we teachers can see the real state of the project, and it's very, very helpful. This scheme of tools is not something new we invented. It's the scheme that it is used in most of the IT companies. So we are also using what they use in the IT companies after studies. This way of working was very useful at this coronavirus lockdown. So because we continue using this way, and it's very helpful. With this project, we work in project-based learning methodology. So we can, the communication between students and teacher were very, very fluent. We encourage students to have initiative, to add own features, because this is an open project and they can add some features, and this also encourage self-learning, because they have to look and to research how they do that. Of course, with this initiative, it's also related with creativity, as with this base, they create new solutions for future projects. Talking about formative assessment, the way we evaluate all these projects timeline in the life cycle life of the project. For example, when they were developing with code, they uploaded, as I told you, with GitHub. So every time we can see at any time how many lines of code and what was the code that each student uploaded, and that was for us as a very, very powerful tool to our formative assessment. Also with the testing, we have results, document results. Also with the deployment, we have web server and APK file, so we could see who uploaded the final project. With documentation, technical and user manual, we have all this information as formative assessment. And also at the end of the project, students did their presentation where they developed very good communication skills. That was also used at formative assessment. I'm going to put very quickly 1 minute student testimony, Denise Burgos.
This plant irrigation project gave me and the rest of the students of my class the opportunity to learn and combine all the new technologies and see the result at a real project. We basically learned how to develop web pages where we could switch on and off lights and get data from sensors connecting to Arduino or Raspberry Pi. And then we upload this data to the cloud database, and then we also create a mobile app to interact with this sensor and data. The good thing about this collaborative project at class is that we use the same environment that it is used at the IT companies. It was very helpful for us working this way.
Okay, so this is my last slide. This experience gave us a great knowledge to students and also to teachers to start new projects. In the last year, we did 2 video game projects between primary education students and vocational education. But we use the same collaborative tools, we use the same methodology, project-based learning, and also with more value, we encourage STEM girls at early years, as it was also with primary school students. We also did a great job of VET orientation as we work together, students from vocational and primary. It was a way of showing them what vocational education is in a real project. Thanks a lot to, as I told you, gracias, to give us this great opportunity to show what we did in this very interesting VET Zero project. So thanks for your attention. We go back with Jolene. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio for sharing this interesting project with us. And I think it also shows how formative assessment is an integrated part of learning, where you provide continuous feedback and use different activities to monitor progress, but also encourage collaborations and encourage students to come up with their own solutions. I also remember from our conversation, like you mentioned, this code was a very important aspect, as by uploading it, you could always see the progress and provide feedback, but also the code itself would provide immediate feedback, like it would be working or it would not. I would also like, Sergio, one question, and then we will have time for the last example. Sergio, there's also a question about what you mean by group projects or group work. And I think it's also interesting if you could say a bit more about how the students collaborated in Slack, where they were helping each other. So how you use the group work and the collaboration as well for students to provide feedback to each other and help each other forward. Jolien, over to Sergio.
Hello. Well, we work in this project and other projects, as I told you, in a collaborative way, simulating and trying to do the same that they do at companies. I mean, at companies, everybody works in teams. I am more related with IT companies, which is where I've been working years ago in IT companies, and now my students do the internships in those companies. And in mostly every company, they work in groups, and we are simulating this scenario to our class. How we do it? Slack is a collaborative tool so they can create channels. It's like a WhatsApp, but more professional, much more professional, because they can create their own channels. So we distribute, because the project has different parts in the way that, for example, testing, the installation, the design, the mobile app, the web app. So every part has a channel, and in each part there are several students, and they can talk about by themselves without interrupting other people. So the communication is more fluid and more transparent. So, and also they can share documents, and also they are informed because it is connected with Trello and connected with GitHub. GitHub is the platform where we upload all the code. They are code repositories. So every time the student is working on the code, it is uploading, and then in each channel, depending what part of the project is, they can see what they have done. So this is really, really useful, and is the way that in IT companies they do it. They work very productive because they can handle in which part they are, which student has worked what have they done. So it's really, really useful, and everything is connected. So in this time, for example, because of the pandemic, we have been working this same way, and it was very, very useful, and they can work at home with no problem, continue with the project. The only problem that we have is when we are uploading code, the same file of the code. Two persons, they have to do one thing that is called merge files. So merge file is when two pieces of codes has to merge. So at that point, at the beginning, they were a little more confused, but once they do it several times, they can handle very well. So this is a collaborative, is like they work in groups, and for teachers, it's very useful also because we can see the state at any time how the work is doing. So back to Jolene.
Thank you, Sergio. I think you explained how you created a more like authentic learning environment, but also how the tools help students, but also help you as a teacher to see what they are doing and how they are progressing. So thank you very much for this reply.